Hey everyone, in this video we're going to read the next chapter of Attack of the Tiger. Chapter 4, Toilet Bowl Spy. I don't think Mr. Green believed I could help him. He wouldn't even talk about it. He just wanted to scour the school. He wanted to call the police. He wanted to do things his way. His way? Sheesh, some sidekick. So I ran one way around campus to get into line with the rest of my class while Mr. Green walked a different way. You can't be too careful when your secret identities are at stake. Mr. Green didn't say a word to any of us when he unlocked the classroom. He just propped open the door and inspected backpacks and hands as we went inside. Since I was the last in line, I kept an eagle eye on everyone in front of me, especially Bubba Bixby and his sidekicks, Kevin and Max. They whispered and laughed a lot, but Mr. Green couldn't find a thing on them. He looked hard, too. That didn't mean they hadn't done the dumb baby face, but it did mean that they thought they wouldn't get caught. Villains are sly at covering their tracks. When we were all seated, Mr. Green didn't pick up his guitar and strum through Good Day Sunshine or any of his other Good Morning songs. He just stood in front of the class with his arms crossed, frowning. Finally, he said, "You know why we had the little inspection this morning, right?" Everyone nodded. "Does anyone want to volunteer any information about what happened in my van?" No one said a word. Mr. Green sighed. "Well, if you change your mind, you can always leave an anonymous note on my desk." Then he said, "Does anyone want to help me dig through trash cans for evidence?" "Sure," a lot of us said. "Raise your hand if you're willing to look around campus for canned red spray paint." Everyone's hand went up, even Bubba's. "Okay then." He looked at his watch. "Here are the rules. No noise, no going into other classrooms, and don't even think about stepping a toe off campus." Everyone nodded. "If you find the spray can, do not touch it. Get me, and I'll pick it up with a rag. We don't want to mess up fingerprints." He yanked open his desk and pulled out a whistle. "When you hear this blow, you've got 30 seconds to get back to class. We all clear on the rules?" Everyone agreed. "Anyone not want to do this? Raise your hand now. This is strictly voluntary." All hands stayed down. He told different tables what part of school he wanted them to scour, then said, "Let's go." I slipped my digital camera out of its secret compartment in my backpack and put it in my sweatshirt pocket, just in case. Then I filed out with the rest of the kids, only I didn't start looking in the area I was supposed to look. Instead, I zoomed around behind her classroom, behind the computer lab, over to the boys' bathroom where Bubba holds his meetings, his bully club meetings. I checked over both shoulders, then ducked inside the bathroom and looked around. Nobody home. So I zoomed down to the last stall, closed the door, and stood on the toilet seat. No shoe showing. I clamped down tight on my camera. Didn't want it to fall in. And I was barely in position when, sure enough, Bubba, Max, and Kevin came bursting into the bathroom. I couldn't see them, but believe me, I'd recognize their voices anywhere. Max's is kind of whiny. Kevin always sounds like he has a cold. And Bubba, well, if you've ever been face to face with Bubba breath, it's something you'll never forget. Max was busting up. He. Kevin was going ha 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 through his nose. Then Bubba said, "Is the happy hippie bent or what?" "Dude, his beak is totally tweaked." "He totally thinks it's you, dude," Max said. "Did you see the way he was checking you over for red paint? I hope he accuses me, man. I'll sue." Max said, "So now are you gonna tell us?" "Huh, huh, huh." "Shut up, stupid," Bubba said. "You sound like a dumb baby." Like that dumb baby on the green machine." "Duh," Kevin said. "So do you, stupid," Bubba told Kevin. "Which is why I'm not breathing a word to either of you." "Come on, dude," Max whined. "It's us." "Yeah, we're not gonna squeal," Kevin said. My ear pushed out even harder. So it wasn't Bubba after all? Then I heard Bubba say, "I'll tell you this much. You know him." "Who, man? Who?" Kevin asked. Max said, "Do you think they'll nail him?" "I ain't squealing," Bubba said, "but believe me, They'll never nail him. The dude is like invincible. All of a sudden, sunlight came streaming into the bathroom and I heard Mr. Green's voice say, "Gentlemen, this is not a potty party." "Of course not, Mr. Green," Bubba said. "We're just checking out all the trash cans in here. Someone could have stuck it way down under all these paper towels or something." I could hear Mr. Green shuffling around for a minute. Then he said, "Get out there, boys, and make yourselves useful or line up in front of the classroom." "Yes, sir," they said. When they were all gone and I was sure the coast was clear, I hopped off the toilet and snuck out of the bathroom. So they thought the guy who tagged Mr. Green's fan was invincible, huh? We'd see about that. I'd find out who he was. I'd teach him to mess with my sidekick. This is a job for Shredderman.